Shalom and welcome with Bendronovsky. So this video is not prophetic, although I label it as a message. It is even not really a message. It's more likely some thoughts that came to me. Maybe it is prophetic, I don't know at the end. Somewhere the thoughts came out of the blue, so to say. We know how the election show is spinning around in the US. Everyone talks about. Though I'm not being American, I hear a lot about it, and also a bunch of American friends. Some talk about it, others don't. I could never really understand actually how this two-party system, I would say that where you can choose between evil and evil, or which one is the lesser evil. Yes, there are more parties that run, as much as I heard, but basically it's the Republicans and the Democrats that play ping pong since how many ages? The table and the ball, even the paddle, all still the same. Only the faces of those who are playing change from time to time. And of course, there are always those who play the show, they're millionaires or billionaires now. Those who have no clue about real daily challenges of average people. And at the end, it's anyway a circus or Punch and Judy show, or whatever you label it. However, I heard rumors that there will be, or the NATO possibly will trigger a world war so they can postpone the elections or skip it. And this clown can continue. I don't say World War III because since there's no peace treaty with all the 54 nations on World War II, so technically World War II would never finish, and therefore I simply say it's World War 2.2. But it is not important, so when it comes to war, how you name it, it's always the same. People are dying. The other idea I heard will be an economic collapse with civil unrest and martial law, whatever. So in that, they can also just skip the elections. So somehow, I think they can somehow avoid the elections. Maybe there are other ways, but clear is that in the polls, Trump is far in the front. I can anyway not understand how anyone with a bit of brain or can vote for the clown Biden. I cared for disabled people for several years, and I guess most of them are able to do it much better than this actor. Possibly the other idea is to rig again the elections. It worked easy, just flip the votes and voila. Biden again in a majority. But I assume many more people will be on high alert and run surveillance, so that option might be a little bit low. Now there comes the thought that I had. That's a complete different approach. Just imagine, I'm speaking here hypothetically. It's not that it will happen, it's not prophetic. Not that you say something that I said, but I say it. That's why I say it's not prophetic. Maybe it is, but I say it. Just what if? Even after all the media spectacles and the crooked anti-Trump trumpets sound, all the crying and blaming and so on and on. What if the global puppet players decide to let Trump win? Elections. And then? Yeah, release then virus X, Y, or Z. Oh no, sorry, Z doesn't work because the letter is already in use by the Russians in Ukraine. So that could cause some confusion. But after the virus comes on maybe another crooked traitor camouflaged as a medical expert, an advisor, maybe convince Trump again for the next warp speed needle distribution, or maybe he will label it light speed or whatever is the fastest. So when you look back 2020 and 2024, or more precise, the beginning of 25, so 5 years further, the same script, could it be? Well, don't let it be enough with that. Then collapse the economy completely and blame it on Trump after he promised to spend $5 billion to build a wall. And then they mention, oh, that money could have saved the economy. While at the same time they forget to mention the hundreds of billions that went into the sinkhole called Ukraine. Or may on purpose completely lose the war in Ukraine and blame it also on Trump. Yeah, without him we would have won. Now we lost the whole thing and blah, blah, blah. Surely there are more other things that can be blamed on Trump. You can spin for yourself some different scenarios. I just took these few. So clear is that, BlackRock, Vanguard, Rockefeller, and similar gangsters and banksters want to crush the economy anyway. And if they want to crush the economy of any nation, they need to press a button. So they have so much monetary power that just press a button and the next day a nation is gone, bankrupt. Presidents are just replaceable pawns. But they can blame it on Trump. That's the good thing. Even though he's not the reason. And remember, all is anyway bread and circus since ancient times. Nothing new under the sun. So the other thing about Trump, that is not in the thought, but some people believe Trump will be the Antichrist, while others think it's Obama-like. Personally, I don't point my finger into any directions except to the Bible. But Trump as the Antichrist, no way. Not that I see him making America great again. That I would see him doing that rather than to be the Antichrist. Of course. The only thing that can make a nation great is repentance and turning to the Lord. Politics is just a smoke screen, I say. Beside the whole thing about the end times is possibly anyway more a regional conflict with Israel and the Middle East. Though to some extent it will of course impact the whole world. In some areas more, others a little bit less, but all pretty severe. Everywhere. And so my guess, if the Antichrist is truly a person, he might be either Middle Eastern or perhaps not a person at all. Or if so, a combination of a political religious system like Islam together with a leader. But even that maybe not really completely human. I only wanted to point out that thought that came to me just out of nowhere. If the globalists just decided to let Trump win, to have a boogeyman blaming everything bad on him. Simple, huh? So with that, we could have a little bit more time for the harvest of souls, which is a good idea. And a little chance, personally speaking, that I could maybe finish my book. Okay, this Trump scenario sounds bizarre, but time will tell how things will play out in this crazy world. Almost everything seems to be possible. That regard. Some might grab their popcorn back and have fun with the show. But for the faith folks, I would advise have your lamps ready with enough oil, spare oil, whatever will happen. Yeshua will return and end up the mess. And then we don't need to guess anymore. We'll have a king. Okay, I'll leave your thoughts to you, what you think. But until the next video here on this channel or in the air, I wish you loads of blessings and Adonai be with you. Shalom, shalom.